I fell in love with Ishan slowly. He was the kind of man who'd drive across town at 2 a.m. just to bring me ginger tea when I had a cold. He'd memorize my coffee order, quote poetry without sounding pretentious, and cry openly during movies. We'd been together for almost 2 years when I finally asked, "Do you think your parents would have liked me?" He hesitated, then looked out the window. "I never knew them," he said. "They died when I was a teenager. Car crash. It's still hard to talk about." I didn't press. I respected his silence the way you respect a locked door with too many scratches on it. But that was the thing. There were cracks. He never kept family photos around. Changed the subject whenever someone mentioned holidays. Once, after a few glasses of wine, he admitted he hadn't gone to the funeral. "Couldn't," he whispered. "Too much." It made sense. At least, it felt like it did, until the wedding. We'd eloped 6 months earlier, a tiny ceremony in Sedona. Now we were hosting a belated dinner, just close friends, some co-workers, his old college mentor. He said it was a chosen family thing. And then, in the middle of the second course, a woman walked in, uninvited. Gracefully rigid posture, heavy gold bangles, sharp red lipstick. Behind her, a man, equally dignified. Cold. Ishan froze. Everyone turned. The woman stepped forward and said in a calm, formal tone, "So, this is the American girl you married in secret." I thought it was a prank, some weird performance art, until Ishan stood up slowly and said, "Ami, Abba." That moment, my world split. In the silence that followed, I heard one of the guests whisper, "I thought his parents were dead." So did I. We didn't talk that night. They left after an icy conversation with Ishan in the hallway, half in Urdu, half in anger. He came back inside pale and shaking. We argued for hours after the guests left. I was shaking too, but from betrayal. "You told me they were dead, Ishan." "I had to," he said. "You wouldn't have stayed if I told you the truth." The truth being, what? He sat down, rubbing his temples. "That they hate everything about my life, my career, my independence, my choice in you. I was supposed to marry a woman they picked from back home. I was supposed to take over the family business. I said no. They cut me off. So I told everyone they were gone." I blinked. "You buried them alive just to escape their judgment?" "I buried myself," he snapped. "They made me feel like loving who I love was a sin. I thought if I left them behind, I could finally breathe." The hardest part wasn't that he lied. It was realizing how deeply he felt he had to, in order to be with me. I sat in silence for a long time. The floor beneath me might as well have been quicksand. Over the next few weeks, I tried to make sense of it. He tried to fix it. Therapy, apologies, explanations. But the trust had moved, not disappeared, but shifted. Like a door that would now always creak. We met his parents formally 2 months later. It was tense. His mother called me bold. His father never looked me in the eye. They didn't hug him when we arrived, but they didn't throw us out either. Sometimes, a truce is the best love can do. I don't know where we go from here. I still love him, but I don't know if I'll ever stop wondering who else he might lie to keep safe. Me or himself. Would you stay with someone who lied about their entire family just to protect your relationship from the truth?